all, the main aim of the webinar is to acquaint you with organizational network analysis, or a form of applied network science, in order to detect key people that can help us drive change, in order to diagnose communication flows within organizations and then try to improve them. So basically take this data-driven, evidence-based approach and then try to make the best during these very uncertain times. In a nutshell, network science is the science that looks at complex interconnected systems and try to understand, different recurrent patterns about their structures, about the positions of different individuals or different elements within these complex systems. So based on this, the network methodology is actually, its power, I think, lies in the fact that it bridges between natural sciences, but also from the social sciences. So let's speak a little bit about the main challenges that ONA actually addresses. Like, one of the most important problems that organizations face nowadays is employee engagement, especially during the COVID time. So what ONA does in order to address these kinds of problems is that, first of all, it maps networks of trust within the organization, the existing networks of trust, and then it allows us to really see when something is missing. Another problem that organizations are facing, and now you can really picture this, are problems with the communication flows. And then a third category of problems that comes with uncertainty, complexity, and frequent change are problems related to organizational culture. So why choose ONA? Well, because in principle, what we do know is the organizational organigram or the institutional organigram. But it's very clear that most often than not, how people actually work looks a little bit different than how they look on paper. And you can work with this knowledge short-term, mid-term, and long-term in trying to strategize how to move your organization forward through very complex situations. So let's summarize the building blocks of ONA. It's the capacity of mapping formal and informal social and professional networks within the organizations. The second is influencers, so being able to detect key opinion leaders. And then the third very important building block of ONA is mapping these communication flows in order to improve information, trust, engagement, and performance. Now let's look a little bit at the power of influencers. What do we mean by this? So if you look here, you see with red a few individuals. And here's why it's so interesting to rather look at influencers than at top management, because in one step, influencers can reach many more people, much more people than top management. And in two steps, that's a lot more. ONA is really helpful in change management. It makes it more effective and cheaper, if you come to think about it, because it offers these actionable insights, this measurement framework of the impact, increasing employee productivity, reduction in the timing of change management projects, higher employee engagement, communication cost savings, alignment of the people with the organizational culture. What I would like to remember about ONA, maybe after this 1 hour, is that it really addresses some key pain points that have become even more obvious and more important during the last year because of the consequences that we will see in terms of employee engagement after the COVID situation. Showing the value of ONA is basically mapping formal and informal trust network. There's a huge value in data-driven and evidence-based decision-making. Yes, so it offers an entire package, really, from very actionable insights to very theory-driven interpretations of the results, sort of practice-oriented, business-oriented. It's very customizable, and it offers very, very rich insights. The Academy obviously is the knowledge hub. This is where we do trainings, we have masterclasses, we do thematic workshops, we have ONA Summit. So this is where you learn a lot about organizational network analysis. Then we have the product suite, the OrgMapper solutions, where we have influence and excellence. And then we have OrgMapper Labs, and Labs is a very interesting component of the OrgMapper universe because this is where the innovation projects happen. So thank you so much for your participation. I hope it was informative for you. And yes, we are waiting for your questions and to stay in contact afterwards as well. Thank you.